don't drink much at all.
I know you don't.
Inglewood, California. Inglewood, California. How are you doing? This is Whitey from Whitey's Enterprise. I'm here with Carvain and my man, Black Tommy. And I must say that it's a great day because both of these brothers just got through walking a long way. And I can't toast with them, but I can sit here and smile with them.
We can hold it up.
You know, I can sit here and smile with them. Welcome home, both of you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
And
God is good too.
Every day. And Mr. Cooper is in another world right now. He done been on a journey. The journey been long. The journey been learning. The journey of understanding. The journey of life. And every time we turn around, we ask where the black brothers at. All the brothers who getting ready to do something special, but they walk out the penitentiary. And you find out so much about those brothers that you be saying, how is it possible all these brothers can be gone for so long and come back and do all the things that other people never expect them to do? So Mr. Kennedy and Mr. Cooper is here. And I just want to say welcome home.
Thank you very much.
Welcome home.
Thank you very much.
And, you know, what could I say? Mr. Cooper is a person of great interest. He is an ambassador for 40 tons. It's a marijuana industry. It's like the Green Believers. You know, we deal in marijuana. You know, we do this because we love doing what we do, and we still hustling and we still serving. And when you was able to sit back and continue to serve and do it in the right manner, the only thing anyone could say is that, man, you brothers was already in the game. You guys not late, and the show have just started. So today is a day where I'm going to just turn my mic over, and I'm going to let you guys talk to Mr. Cooper today for a moment. Then I'm going to get right back in his business. Mr. Cooper, please.
Okay, here I am, man. I'm happy to be here. I just want to introduce myself for listeners that don't know. I'm Carvain Cooper. I just was serving a life without the possibility to be paroled for a nonviolent plant for distribution of marijuana, money laundering, and tax evasion. And at the last second, Trump gave me a pardon. I mean, literally, I was the last pardon. But let me take you back to I had one prior of marijuana where I got caught with 1 pound in Inglewood, and I served my time for that as a man. I wouldn't turn myself in and thought I'd put the past behind me. And I started my clothing line. It was old money at the time, was what I called it. And I had 2 priors, actually. So you have to really keep up with your priors and see what's going on, because this is how you get the life sentence. So this is where you really need to listen up.
You have to go on your mic a little bit.
So I got I had 1 prior for possession of marijuana, which I served at my time. Then I got out, and the feds were investigating and building up a case. So you have to be very careful out there, because they have a conspiracy law that someone in jail can actually get you a part of their conspiracy without you having to be a part of it. You can just have a prior. These are people that I haven't seen since 2009. So you can be a part of something just off a conversation. So if you have a call log in your phone of talking to this person, that's what they're going to show the jury, and that's what they're going to convict you of. And I got convicted of 40 tons of marijuana. That's the impact brand, and I'm starting to have a social impact brand called 40 Tons, and you can go on 40tons.co. And now, with re-entering into life and trying to get everything back that was taken from me, that's where we come in with the UP situation. Because when you think about UP, we have to uplift the kids that don't know what's going on, that are blind to the fact that don't know what's going on. So everything that we're doing at UP is everything that the hood got going down, and they're getting into gangbanging, or they're getting into committing illegal drug activity, or they need to know exactly what they're getting into. So if you don't know what you get into, come to UP so you can get the literature that you need, so you can know what you're up against and what you're going up against in these different communities that's going on today. So we're trying to create so much change and so much possibility, because this didn't happen by accident. I got both of my priors taken off because I was the campaign for Prop 64 and Prop 47. So I was just asking the judge just to give me 10 years, and I begged and begged and begged and just give me 10 years. But if he would have gave me the 10 years, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have the platform because it wouldn't be a hula about it. So I just thank God for giving me the life sentence, for doing it the way that he did it, because now I have the platform, and I want to be able to attract the kids in the hood, because I look like the kids in the hood because I come from the hood. So in order for me to address them better, they need to see me and know that I'm them, and I know everything that they're trying to do because I've already did it.
Okay, that sounds pretty good, but I'm not going to let you off the hook yet. You know, how he just announced it to you is like when he walked on the track and he had this conversation with the rest of the homeboys. And he said, man, this one opportunity. I just need one more chance. Because this life sentence they gave me, I didn't earn this one. And everybody always say, well, he in jail for a reason. The reason why he was in jail because he was black in America. And when you're black in America, they try to find a reason to destroy you. And when they find that reason, that tiny little reason, they knit a cold conspiracy together. And they entwine you with everybody else that you don't have nothing to know. You don't know nothing about these people, but they entwine you with them, and they destroy your life. They destroy your family. And I go back to his family because how old are you now?
I'm 41 now. I'm 41, and then as far as the 40 tons, Brent, it's like it's a heavy weight. It looks like it's easy to carry, but it's not. You feel what I'm saying? So everyone's carrying the weight. You know, everyone's your family's carrying the weight. Your kids is carrying the weight. I missed my mom's 60th birthday party, so they're carrying the weight while you're in jail. So you're not the only one carrying a life sentence. So everybody's carrying it, and you're affecting everybody. So that's another stress point that you're going through when you get this time and you commit these crimes, and that's what we're trying to change, and that's what we're trying to change at 40 tons. That's what we're trying to change it up, and that's what we're trying to change everywhere in the hood. We want to start in the core. We want to go to the deepest part of the hood. We want to go to the projects. We want to go where the juvenile halls. We want to go talk to the kids that really need us. You know what I mean? So we want to make change there, and we want to let them know, like, why are you worried about the next car, the next biggest change? Can we please worry about your credit score first? Or can we please worry about, you know, how you can invest that money and how you could have did in Bitcoin? We're just still popping bottles down here. Don't pay us no attention. We're celebrating because we're just happy to be here. But you know, we want them to know about different investments. I learned everything about the stock market when I was in there. So I have my daughter buy NEO at $7. It is now $67 a share. So they need to know that, you know, Biden's doing infrastructure now. So invest in infrastructure. And you need to know different things on how to make money. You don't have to just sell drugs, or you don't have to do these things. So that we're going to teach them that up. And 40 Tons, we're going to think in social impact group that the proceeds that if you buy a T-shirt, it's going to go to the next inmate. I'm on the cover now. Justice has been served for me, but the justice needs to be served for the other 40,000 people that's serving time for marijuana as well.
I hear you.
Yes, sir.
Now, the great thing that I'm not finished right now, because how many children do you have?
I got two beautiful daughters. I got Claire, she's 15, and Scotland is 11. She'll be 12 in August. But I got two beautiful daughters that's growing up too fast, and I'm glad I came just in time, because now the curves and stuff is kicking in. So, you know, it's getting kind of rough. You know what I mean? So it's getting rough for me. Yeah. You know, so I came right on time.
Okay, that's good. Now, Tommy, you know, the world we walked in, we did this when we was kids.
Yeah.
And when they talk about having multi-millions of dollars, we was young with it. And we was so young that when everybody asked the question on how much money did you guys have when you guys were 19 and 20? And the answer come back is like, you know, the sky was the limit, because we didn't have to walk in and ask a price on anything. Most people walk in a store, in a jewelry store, and say how much that ring costs. We walk in the jewelry store and say, give us $2 and don't worry about it. That's the difference on our lifestyle. But everything changed one day, and they took us and put us away. And now Tommy Kennedy is back at doing 20-some odd years. And he wrote about it, American Prisoners. So let me bring Mr. Kennedy on so you guys can hear this story right here.
Well, first, I'd just like to go back to Mr. Cooper because he's just getting out, and we are having a party. And Jonathan popped the bottle, and the host, one of the hosts, looked at me like, "You better get that champagne off that floor." Jonathan, you got to hold the bottle. you gotta get used to holding the top, man. You know what I mean?
Like we used to do at Caesars.
It was in the rush to open. It just bust open.
Yeah, man. You got to get to this thing, man. But anyway, so, yeah, we cheering Mr. Cooper. He just got out. It was a great thing that President Trump at the time went ahead and released some people. We know he released Corvain Cooper.
Yes, he did.
The last second too. It's the last second shot. So.
Corvain Cooper.
And we have a friend that we grew up with, Harry O, who created Death Row Records. He released him.
That's right.
Give me some. Give me some.
Right.
And all the other thousands of people that got out and still need to get out. So I wanted to just reflect back to what Mr. Cooper is going to be in this particular time in our life. Things that Whitey and I didn't get to do, he's going to be able to do because life has changed. And he started Justice is Served. And Justice is Served is not going to quit until every nonviolent prisoner is out.
Okay.
People doing time for nonviolent crime. Obama said that it shouldn't happen. You shouldn't do time life sentence for nonviolent crime. So we got out of there because Obama started it. Trump wanted to outdo him. Trump got Mr. Cooper out, and we are certainly glad. Justice is Served is going to be CV's, Cooper's consciousness on how to get you involved with this burgeoning industry of marijuana, and how to get you involved, how to get you financial literacy, how to get you computer literacy, how to show you AI technology. So we just in 2021, and we doing 2021 things.
Hey.
And then like Whitey said, we was on the streets, we started this.
Yes.
Say amen.
Say it again.
I can't say amen to that. I'm inheriting and keep it going.
Yeah, but we started this thing, man. So we started on the ground. We was the first ones to pay the life sentences. So we are forerunners of the life sentence. Nothing good about that. Nothing at all is good about that. Like Corvain said, we want to teach you how to get in the stock market now. But we paid the dues to be able to teach you. So we're here to lend that hand to you now. We're here to give you all the knowledge that you need to get. We got the Bridge program. We got Corvain's consciousness. We got Jizz. We got so many different things that we're going to make sure that the next generation don't go through the things that we did and have to go sit in a prison cell for the rest of their life. That's not going to happen again. I didn't let it happen to my son. I hate it happen to anyone else's son, but we're not going to let it happen again. So American Prisoner, segue back to what Whitey put me at, is about that. Yeah. It's about our lives on the streets, young kids, 19 years old, refusing to be broke in L.A., and created a whole society because of it. And then because of that society, we destroyed a lot. And we didn't know that as kids. So now we're giving back. We're here to be repairers of the breach. We're here to make things different than it was when we were coming up. For the kids that's coming up now, it's new millennial kids. And American Prison is going to speak to all of that. It's going to show the glamour. Then it's going to show you the devastation of sitting in prison for 25 years. Then it's going to show you a mind that saw sitting in prison how America has played tricks on this marginalized community. And that's where everybody need to go see how they played tricks to send us to jail for marijuana for a life sentence. Yeah. That's a trick. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a trick. And the trick, we didn't see it, but they were sending soldiers to war, and then the soldiers needed a job when they came home. So Correct. They built more prisons so to give the soldiers a job. And they soldiers keep becoming part of the middle class by watching us, watching other men, watching black and brown men. And that's what America's prison is speaking about.
I hear you, baby. I hear you. You know, I'm from the Green Believers. It's a movement.
Yeah.
I'm from Whitey's Enterprise. It's a true movement from the past.
Yeah.
But if we have merged it in with today's actions, I do reentry. I can tell you, I really do reentry. I go to a halfway house every week, and I sit back and I educate them on the moves they must make to improve their lives. A whole lot of people sometimes look at the back and the past and say, this is where I want to go. But you can do whatever you want to do in this world today. I'm going to say this, and I hope you understand it. It's too damn easy right now.
Yeah.
They giving you so many outlets to use the talents that you receive and the talents that you receive from yourself on the streets. So when you sit back and talk about justice to serve, we getting ready to serve everything up on this new plate. Me and my team with open black businesses, hamburger stands, restaurants, and this the way that we going to circumvent the destruction what happened in the past. And when you start circumventing destruction and bring something brand new, you give the people, the children, the young mans an opportunity to see that whatever the big homies did in the past, when they come home and they start correcting it, you guys can correct it and get businesses in the neighborhood again. We got Just Poppin' coming up in a couple days. And then we got Golden Birds coming back online.
Yeah, and it's Black History Month.
Yes, it is Black History Month.
I leave that out, you know what I mean? So we got to pay homage to that, too.
And when I see my brothers walking out of the penitentiary and they ain't standing for 4 o'clock count, yeah, I'll say that again. When they ain't standing for 4 o'clock count,
4 o'clock count. Man.
This war on drugs that they end up calling a war on drugs, but it was really a war on in the black community and the brown community. They sat back and they tried to do something to destroy everything that we was trying to be. And no black man drive a plane with a kilo of cocaine.
Yeah. Or the plants was already here when I was born too. The weed plants was already here.
The weed
I didn't grow them out the ground either.
No, you created the seed. You didn't create the seed.
I didn't create the seed for it.
That's where I be getting at, because I understand that when you came home, you said, I'm going to go in this direction. Yeah. And the direction they gave you was something legal, something that you know about, something that you could deal with, something that you can master. Yeah. Because it's time for you to take advantage of what they're giving you. Yeah. Yeah. So I pass the mic back to you so I can understand the next moves you're getting ready to do.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to do too is for justice to serve and for 40 tons. Like I said before, my face is on the shirt, but with the 40,000 others, I got Parker Coleman and a few other guys that we're going to work on first. But we want to change the shirt. We want justice to be served for him and to just be served for Luke and the rest of the guys that's calling every day that's still locked in jail beside Fourth Plant. So therefore, our goal is to not only help everybody, but to help them while they're in there too. For the people that might be still stuck in there, we want to raise when you go to 40tons.com and you buy a shirt, or you go to Up and you support the cause. The money goes towards the people that are still locked up, and the money goes towards the community for things that are going on in the community. So that's one of the main things that we want to focus on building something that's going to last for decades, and something that's going to last for years to come. And like you said, really stamp on reentry, because people are not understanding how much the reentry program is. Like you said, standing for 4 o'clock count is just one thing, but when you come back into the community after getting 3 meals a day and not having a light bill and not having these type of things, now you have a light bill, and now your kids want food, and now Starbucks is $8, and this. I started a GoFundMe for my reentry, so you can go to Corbin Cooper for GoFundMe, because reentry is no joke. Because when you're coming back into this community, you have to get your credit right. You have to get so we want to help the people that need to get those things done prior to, let's say, if you have a year coming home, we want our foundations to help get your credit clean, so when you're already out, you don't have to ask somebody to get your apartment in their name or car in their name. We're going to prepare you to do those things, because those are the things that you're essentially going to need. Just like cannabis was an essential drug during this COVID-19, and all of the fallen soldiers, we're working on setting up a program. I talked to Tommy Chong, and we're trying to get into the Biden administration. And Tommy Chong is from Cheech and Chong, and we want the fallen soldiers of the marijuana of the plant. That I don't care if you serve for 5 minutes or you serve for a $5 thing, or it's me that I serve for 40 tons. It's like a retribution of you're a veteran, so you should be a veteran, just like you just got out the Army or the Navy. You need medical, you need dental. You know, we went to the dentist, it's $1,200 to get to the dentist, but you're coming out and you don't have no benefits. So if they start from Colorado to Seattle to Massachusetts to all the states that are legal, and everybody just put $100 in the pot, every dispensary donated $100, the help that would bring, just $100 from each dispensary, that's like 2/8. You feel what I'm saying? If they just donated that to just the cause of the Cameron's prisoners, so many things can happen with just that little just drop in the bucket. If you just start with every state that's legal, from every dispensary, from here to from all around the world.
That's pretty good. Now, I'm going to say this real quick so everybody can understand. I am part of the ex-offender network. I am part of 70 million votes. I am part of 70 million ex-offenders. And every week, we in the community trying to uplift, trying to uplift all of the ex-offenders. And each day is a struggle, because all of us know that we are against it. And one mistake can put us away. So I want everyone, just pay attention a little bit. And if you can, like he just asked, all dispensaries should give back to the community. Because it's been a war on drugs, but it's been a war on black society. And it's okay for you guys to understand it and understand right that you guys is obligated by law to help the brothers back out. Because we put you guys in the position to have stores in our communities, and you taking the money out of the communities and not putting it back, that's a violation. And we just asking you in the nicest manner to do what's right. Do what's right and give to this little action that's going on, and let us help the brothers and sisters who is coming home from prison, because everybody needs some help. So again, I'm gonna go back again, because I got Chansley Bullock in here today. She's from Green Haven, Go Verdict, manufacturing, cultivation, and distributing. And you know, I'm hooking them up together, because here go two powerhouses sitting together today, and they're gonna get to know each other very good. So this is Chauncey.
Well, thank you, brother. You know, I am grateful to be amongst my family, shall I say. You know, as always, it's a process, and the main thing that I don't know if everyone is aware of, but, you know, we can't do anything by ourselves. So it does take communication.
Yes.
It does take holding conversations, and it takes, without a doubt, coming together. You know, you're talking about giving back and putting into the pot, and you're talking about your activism that you've been doing, Whitey, since you've been back, you know, back home with us. You know, I also started an organization, or actually started a few organizations. One is called the Black Women's Cannabis Council.
Okay.
And it's where we, on a militant level, get involved with rolling our sleeves up and pinning our hair up and taking those earrings off and getting busy about taking care of the community.
Nice.
And making sure people are aware of that we are black women are here to uplift our community, uplift our family, uplift our black men that are missing in action due to what we've been hit hard by, as we say, the war on drugs, or our social equity issues, or our equity, let's just say the complete elimination of equity for us within our communities. We've been working on equity, or shall we say economic development. That way it gives us an opportunity to put those dollars and those cannabis dollars and that hemp industry dollars back into the community. We have a responsibility, and it is to communicate and make sure that our community is aware that we're here. And it's not just a lot of, shall we say, where I think people get it mixed up and they tend to believe that those folks of color involved in cannabis are just gangsters, and that's not the case. It's just, it's a beautiful business to be in. And for those of you like myself that are, not to say, how do I put this? I am motivated by money, the almighty dollar, the black dollars, the liras, the yen, the go get it, the whatever it is that keeps the world turning. I wake up every morning early in the morning to be prepared to go get it. So in order for us to go get it, we have to communicate with each other. We have to work together. So one of the other organizations that I'm a part of, it's called SPOT. That means Saving People of Tomorrow. And the only opportunity we have is today. You know, considering COVID and everything else that we're going through and dealing with, it is our responsibility for everyone that has ends and money coming in. You have to tuck something to the side. You know, God blessed us with what we've created, our 4 pockets on pants, on skirts, dresses, handbags. So in each pocket, there's something. There's money that sits within that. So sometimes if you do have 4 pockets, the pocket on the front on the left is for something, the one on the right is for something, the one on the rear is for something else, and the one on the rear left, let that be for those that are in need. You know, I don't think people think about that. So I'm here to just kind of share that and enlighten us that we have a responsibility. That is, we've got to save some of the money that we're spending. We don't, and I love Michael and I love him with everything in my soul, but we do not have to put every penny into his Jordans. I mean that. I mean that.
Yeah,
we've got to do something else with it. We've got to share it. We've got to tuck it away. We've got to, you know, come up with an idea on how we build back and buy our community. We've given it away. Grandma passed. We had her house. We didn't take care of the taxes. We've lost it, and we've got to hang on to things, and we've got to tell people. The one thing that we don't do as family is we don't talk.
Right.
If we're going through something, we don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And we've got to do that. And I'm here to share.
The point to you just said about selling, that people keep selling the property. That is just getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because it's, even if it's wrote in the will, they still sell it. Like they sold my grandmother's house. But, you know, it's like, so now you're from the east side, but now you're really not, because now what do you own on the east side? You see what I'm saying? So if you take away the house from the east side, it takes away. So I kind of look up to my dad, because my grandfather, original Corvain Cooper, left my dad the duplexes on Hooper and 89th, and he still has those to the day. So I respect him for having that and having the things in Arkansas and never selling it. So now I feel like, even though I didn't grow up on 89th and Hooper, I have a part of legacy that is going to get left behind to me once he passes away, and I don't want to sell it to keep it going. You know what I mean? But I feel what you're saying about that was a strong point that they have to start doing, because now
I got to pay the bills.
You know,
I got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Got to pay the bills for 1 second. You know, I'm from Green Relievers, and we're a social equity program, and we do technical assistance. And yes, we do.
Yeah.
So you might well be put on the spot. We do technical assistance for Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And it's our point to point out to everyone that if you don't know anything about your business, you need to come down to the Green Believers. And I'm a social equity expert at this matter. And they said, why do you think you're an expert? I said, well, when you started this shit, how else you can be? You only got to be the expert of this field. And when the Green Believers came in, everybody got pre-ICOs put in on them. And it was 7 blacks and 151 whites. So they just really just put us out and told us we couldn't be a part of it. So being part of social active, we've been working real hard for the last 4 years just to try to get everybody online to get their license, and we're still trying today. So when you guys think about where you want to go, and when DCR do open up, you guys need to make it your business to come and see me at the Green Believers on 33rd and Central. It's 3320 South Central Avenue, and we will give you all the information that you need. And if you have license, you're going to need us to get through some other doors, because inspections and all these things get ready to come about.
Yeah, it's a lot of red tape. Yeah.
Yes. And when all these programs come popping up, you're going to need an expert to walk you through it.
Yeah.
So this is what the Green Believers do on our technical assistance. The city done hired us. They gave us contracts to be a part of this program.
Right.
And I could boast about the past all I want.
Right.
But the most important part is helping you guys go forward
In the present.
and attack the world.
That's
so
right.
you guys can have the right business idea.
Right.
Because if you guys don't pay taxes,
Yeah.
they're going to take your license.
Right.
If
And
you
I'm on
guys-
10 years papers too.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. You know, man, we just got they keep the leash on you. I just
Yeah.
got we have to let them know that I got a clemency and not a pardon, so the
No,
leash is still there. We have to tell the crowd that.
Yeah, but the crowd already know that you're still
Okay.
on paper.
Okay. Thank
You know that's why you're an ambassador. You're
Yeah.
not an owner.
Right.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's why we can continue to say when you being an ambassador, we still reaching out to the other people who don't have license.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
they need this assistance so
Yeah.
they can go forward. So when you an ambassador, you got you like me, a consultant
Yeah.
in a whole lot of ways, telling them the do's and the don'ts,
Right.
that you can't walk in with certain things in your stores,
Right.
and you can't have a certain item
Yeah.
in your store
Yeah,
because
yeah.
those FBI's and DEA is going to come and knock you in the head.
Now
So.
you're talking my language.
So, this is my job, what I do.
Okay.
And
like
I sit back and do a radio show because I need to bring all of you guys together so you can have this conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
And without this conversation, you guys would be in the dark on a whole lot of different things.
Right.
Like I am a paralegal.
Okay.
This is what I do now.
Okay.
And I try to make it my business to make sure that we don't fall back in that same hole that they put us in before. So again, I am from the Green Believers. This is the day that everybody been waiting on, and this is the day that I'm gonna talk about Tommy today. He don't like to be put on the spot, but it's just me because he's a part of me and I'm a part of him, and like I'm a part of everybody else at this table because we in the same struggle, we in the same mud, and we're gonna fight the same war. And this
Yeah.
war that we fighting is about
Absolutely.
success, not about failure, because
right.
failure do not crawl into our vein.
Yeah.
We are not sheep ready to go to the slaughterhouse. We are here to play the game like everybody else been trying to do, but we are so good at it that we're gonna overdo it and make sure that everybody else be good at it. So again, Tommy, I know your airtime been short. I know about the prisoners in America. I know about how life really works. I know how the penitentiary throw you a hand. They don't want you to play it all the way out. But you ain't in prison no more, baby.
Yeah.
Now you can play this hand like you played it a long time ago.
Oh, no doubt. I definitely agree.
Yes.
Yep.
And the little homie, shit. How do we say it, right?
Yeah.
His parents come where we come from.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we walked the same turf.
Right.
We played the same mud. And when I left, he was 6.
Right.
Wow.
So I didn't get an opportunity to even see him in the life.
Right.
But today, I feel the same vibes that I felt when I was a young man.
Of course.
That
Yeah.
an opportunity have came his way.
Yeah.
And now he was so tired and so overwhelmed of sleeping on that cold bunk
Oh my God.
that he was saying,
Locked down too. Don't
Man.
forget, we was just locked down 90 days. So I wasn't at a day camp or anything like that. I was at a USP.
Which one?
You know what I'm saying? I was at
Admiral.
Pollock.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it goes down. You know what I mean?
Of course,
8
yeah.
people just got stabbed for cutting a line in the computer, and people were cutting a line in Walmart all day.
Exactly.
So that's a big transition within itself. You know?
well, you know, I know about those walls, right?
Yeah.
You know,
They not playing still. They calling every day. It's serious in there still right now today.
Yeah. But I'm happy you back.
Yeah.
I'm happy you back.
I'm glad I'm back.
I know
And,
you're happy to be
that
home.
40-ton
Yeah.
brand
Yeah.
that you representing,
Yeah.
that 40-ton,
Yeah.
that's saying you're the ambassador and the consultant over a lot of people who don't know nothing
Yeah.
but a little bit, and you know enough to take it to the top. That right there should be a joy in
Yeah.
your world. So what is your vision for 40 tons?
I want it to be the big. I don't want you to be able to go to the dispensary and not see it. I don't care if it's just a T-shirt or a bong or a plate or a blunt wrapper. I want to be in every dispensary for the time that I served. You feel what I'm saying? For the time that I served, I want one of my items in every dispensary that there is. Period.
So you like, so here go Chauncey on the side of the sheet.
And you know, I
saying
can't
the
hold
same
my
thing,
seat
right?
or my piece right now.
She keep saying the same thing.
I
Say,
can
why?
enlighten the brother on.
She be like, Whitey, what's up? When you gonna put everything? I said, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Just worry about where we're gonna put you.
Yeah.
And she wanna be in every location in Los Angeles, up in the Bay, down in San Diego, wherever we can get a spot Because I'm part of Go Verdict.
Yes.
I'm part of Green Heaven.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm part of the game. It's being served.
Okay.
There ain't no doubt about it. That's what we do.
Why wouldn't we be a part of it? MedMen is. You know what I mean? MedMen is in
Yes.
everybody's shop. You know what I mean? And
Everywhere.
why are there black owners in everybody's shops?
Especially someone who's while there for the industry, who served on the front line for them to have a business or to have an industry. The people who served on the legal market is kind of like the frontline soldiers that served in Vietnam for the plant to even blossom. You know what I mean? So it's like we were the first promoters of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we stood out and promoted it and made it big. After we selling all the weed on the corner for everybody to get addicted to it or for them to get their medicine. And now we can't reap any benefits from it, and it's on the stock market. Just, Tilray went from $7 to $49 the other day. So I don't know if you know the market cap on that, but you got Canopy Growth Corp, Cresco, and you got billion-dollar companies that just need to give one little drop in the bucket.
Keep in mind, that's just on the forefront of the numbers that you see.
Yeah.
But the behind the scenes, they don't have the experience. They don't know what they're doing. It's improperly managed. So in time, give it 3 to 5 years, you're going to see those numbers plummet. But that's why we are building our foundation. That's why I've actually, and right now, I don't know if Whitey told you, but we're licensed right here in the state of California to cultivate, to manufacture. That is meaning with everything we grow, we can make anything. Tinctures, drops, creams, ointments, salves, energy drinks, anything you can think of, we can do. In addition to that, we have distribution, which is the license. Legally to sell any product that we buy from any farm, anything that we can make or grow, we can sell. In addition to that, we have 3 applications in process right now for delivery. So your brand as of tomorrow.
Talk that talk. That's the talk that I like to hear.
I just want you to know that. In addition to that, we partnered up with 30 different retail stores that over the next 90 days, our brands and our social justice and social equity brands are going to be there. Like we just had meetings with Stephon Clark's mom. I don't know if you know the name when they say Stephon Clark. It was a gentleman that just happened to be trying to get to his grandmother's house. He had a cell phone in his hand and shot in his back.
Sacramento.
In Sacramento. So the I am SAC, which is I think it's Stephon Alton Clark. I may have the middle name incorrect, but we're in talks, and well, not even in talks. Right now, we're putting together the product that they are in need of and working with us. So it's all about social justice.
Always.
And the main thing is social equity. It's getting that equity development. That means getting the money. Getting the money into your pocket, into your hand that's been lacking. And that's my responsibility to help us.
Thank you.
Everybody,
That's where I come from.
everybody sit back and they say, Whitey, what are you? So I'm just a broker.
Yeah.
We just don't
We used to call it a middleman in the game.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to say it like damn right now, right? I'm just a broker. And when you're a broker, you bring entities together. I'm in the CBD business also.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I don't go outside my circle, period. I do everything in-house. So Chauncey right here, she here to say hi. How can I help you?
Yes.
Because that's our whole thing. How can we help each other? Because in our era, when we made kings out in the neighborhood, it wasn't because we had to. It's because we wanted to.
Yes.
And right here, we sitting here saying, we need you as a king. And I always bring another chess piece on the table, who's a queen.
Exactly.
And she's playing her role.
And she has it down pack, and she has the knowledge. The first thing that you got to do is have the knowledge, because
she got more than knowledge. She got the wherewithal.
She got the wherewithal.
She got the license.
It's the license and everything, right? Because what I was saying was, when I started to GoFundMe and the social equity and stuff like that, when you're trying to search for these type of things, you don't just need them just to provide a roof over your head or just to provide a car to drive. What you actually need them for, because you can't do any good working at Walmart and Taco Bell. And those are the jobs that they're trying to give you. So what can you actually do to change? You won't have the time to even do the interview to get the word out, because now you're making $12 an hour at Taco Bell or $15 an hour at Taco Bell, and you need to go be there and try to work 2 jobs just to pay the bills. But if you have a jump start, now you can push your brand, and now you can elevate and get more things done. You can chase those deals. Like somebody said they had a deal where it was like Night Blaze, where they were signing a agreement where they want to use it for 96,000 gas stations. They want to charge $1 for the CBD oil. That will be at 96,000 gas stations. But you need the time to go over the deal and to chase that deal, and you can't chase that deal, or the deal might even come off your table if you're working at Walmart. So those are the things that you have to do to not block your opportunities.
And we're definitely here to educate. We don't want to forget that aspect of what we're doing. Like Whitey said, we are each one teach one. We did not have a selfish hand in the game back then. We will not have one now. We will always try to teach those that's coming after us. We didn't have as much knowledge then, but we gave what we had. Some people might say it was destructive. We didn't mean for it to be destructive, but we're back now to right those wrongs if that's possible. And we're trying to teach. So I want to speak to you for a moment about the UP organization. It's non-profit. It's Ultimate Potential Organization. Myself, Jonathan Longmire, and Mr. Cooper have started this organization to give back. We want to give back through training people of the right moves to make. And it's mostly about financial literacy. Like you heard Mr. Cooper so eloquently say that the stock market is making money. And it's been making money for plenty of people for a long time. Our people don't play it as well as we should, but we need to teach our people to play that aspect of it too, because everybody won't be like Miss Chauncey, cultivator and distributor, but we need to teach people how to make money regardless of what field they're in.
Right, because
no, go ahead.
They spent $10,000. The guy spent $10,000, made $200 million off of Bitcoin. So that money that you spent at the strip club could have went towards Bitcoin. In 8 years, he made $200 million. So you just do the math.
Actually, in just 1 year, Bitcoin has done 396% uptick. An uptick, 396% in 1 year.
So those are the things we offer.
Yes, be a part of.
Yeah, those are things we offer instead of those are incentivized things that we also offer. Let me put it like that, because the weed industry we do need to be a part of. The cannabis industry, we definitely need to play our role in there. We definitely need to hold politicians' feet to the fire. In fact, the most celebrated politician, black politician ever, Miss Vice President, Madam Vice President. She's the first woman, first black, first Asian woman to ever hold that high of an office. When she was in office, she put black men in jail 5 times the rate of the population of California, at 5 times that rate. So that means if we represented 40% of the population, she put 200% of us in prison. So we need to hold her feet to the fire. The causes she championed that now we all know were lies, she needs to come back now and twist those into truths and move forward with the truth now. So we need to hold her to the feet to the fire. We need to have that conversation. Like Whitey said, this is starting the conversation. We want the conversation to start. We know some people might have not saw us live today, but the fact of the matter is, you can go catch us on Green Believers YouTube channel, streaming live on the YouTube channel, or you can catch it after it's recorded on Green Believers YouTube channel. You can catch us at www.acceleratedradio.net. I think that's more of a live version of what we're doing right now today. But we're making the information available. We want to keep making the information available. We want to keep pushing this out to all the people, because just like I was telling the gentleman last night, I started a club downtown. It had 10 people. 10 people came on the first night. 3 months later, I couldn't get the people in. I couldn't get the people in with so many people outside. So it's grassroots movement. It's the biggest, powerful, biggest. Donald Trump just got 74 million people with a grassroots movement. Somebody that didn't like the way government was running went out and started talking about, we got a man that was championing our cause. We're championing the cause of the little person, the minority person. We're championing the cause of marginalized communities, because we have been left out. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it wrong. We have been totally left out of the scene. They want to keep leaving us out of the scene. But guess what? You have 4 black people on the panel today that is not going to allow that, because you have 4 black people on the panel today that's very intelligent in what they're doing, and they're going to, and and unselfish in what they're doing, so they're going to give back. And I see Chauncey is waiting to get in.
Oh yeah, you know, I need to, as I say, drop a seed because I just really want to talk about the company. I haven't really had an opportunity to talk about Go Verde.
Right.
But what Go Verde is, it's an incubator, and what that is, it's where I've helped other cultivators or those that have been in the industry working behind the scenes in the shadows come to the forefront. Be able to, I've helped them actually put applications in to get their licensing.
Right.
So what we're about is being involved in the community. It's helping those that actually transition in from coming out of the incarcerated situation of getting an ample opportunity to learn a craft, to learn the business, to learn the industry, to understand what cultivating means, to know how to create a product and even a brand, or even manage a brand. If they're interested in wanting to do delivery, we're able to help them facilitate and get involved with our delivery business within cannabis. In addition to that, if they're interested in distribution and understanding how we move product and the logistics to that, like a UPS or a FedEx, it's working people with that and showing them the movement to that. But I also am going to plant the seed about investors, because with what we have a 150,000 square foot facility right here in South Central LA. But we do need help. We still do, because we're also trying to be of service to others. There are other areas in other cities that are giving people an opportunity to apply for licensing for cultivation, for manufacturing, for distribution, and for retail. I have people in Orange County right now, because in Orange County, all of a sudden, there's a small town, I don't want to say what city, but they're now accepting retail store applications, and there's no cap. What that means is, if there's room to put 500 stores in a little tiny town in Orange County, then 500 applications will be received, or 1,000. So it's imperative that we communicate with each other, that we work with each other. And then for those of you that are out there that are interested in investing within our company, reach out to me, www.goverde, that's G-O-V like Victor, E-R-D-E.com. You'll find out what we're doing regarding economic development, because I'm all about growing the dollar. Now, starting with the penny, if I see a penny, a lot of times I see people walk past them and they won't pick it up. Just what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm turning around picking it up. It's all about what I can do with that penny.
And I'm kissing it to the guy, too.
Okay, amen. Yes.
And kissing it to the game and investing in it properly.
The Green Believers have been in this game for a little while now. The people in Colorado gave us a phone call and said, we need you guys to help us grow our companies. But like always, the Green Believers believe in one thing: community. And if we can keep our community strong, and the brothers in the communities standing up right and helping them get their license, I think that's our job. My job is not to go out and help white America get in black America so they can take the money out of black America. I'm here for one reason only: to rebuild the black community back up where it used to be. And I sit back and look at all you guys every day, and I'm amazed at the steps that you guys are taking, but you can take many more. If we had all the resources that we needed, we'd take this whole industry over. But in time, as we repair ourselves, as we go forward, we're going to be able to take this whole community and keep it to ourselves.
Right.
Because we're going to be on every corner. And a whole lot of people are going to have to close down, because the black community is not going to go in their store and buy their product. Because that really changed a long time ago. And now, you guys is home, you're doing your job. And I want to make sure that you guys continue to do your job. When you guys run into those problems as the city council, give me a call. I'm at Whitest Enterprise. I'm at the Green Believers. I'm on 33rd and Central. There's no doubt about it in my mind that there's a whole lot of things that a whole lot of people don't know. And there's a whole lot of people pick on people who don't have the backing to say, I'm not supposed to be touched. You can't be touched in the black community, because you guys are part of Whitest Enterprise, really, for truly. And I love all my people, and I make sure I make it my business to know the wolves on the street, so they can understand not to touch my people's stores and all the other things. So again, we ain't trying to be tough guys. We just want to make sure that everybody eats. And when you eat, I eat. And when Tommy eat, you eat. When Chauncey eat, you eat. Cooper, you know, You're trying to build a brand and help them build this brand that's going to be so mighty that it's going to be more than 40 tons. It's going to be 1 billion tons. That's what we're trying to do.
No doubt.
So
that's why social equity is very important to her.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she
I know
was
that.
part of that.
You know,
That's very,
social equity is my driving thumb. That's what I do every single day. I started this, 3 years ago with you, Chauncey?
Yes, 3 years we've been rolling.
And we have built something special in this black community.
Yes, we have.
And like she said, we got cultivation houses, manufacturing houses, distributing houses, and delivery service all over LA. We got locations right now that you can come and grow in for real if you had the right figure to go set in that place.
Yes.
Everybody always asks for an opportunity. Well, an opportunity is sitting next to you. And if you want that opportunity, the door is open.
I got you.
exactly.
So,
Oh no,
no doubt
I'm
about
up to the window and everything.
it. You know, this is what we
They
do.
call it flocking. I didn't flock in there. I didn't
You know, everybody say, Whitey, you ain't playing the game, but I'm playing in the game of life. And I want all of you guys to play in the game of life. I want you guys to step to the plate and enjoy this ride before somebody try to take it away. And right now, we in the position to do whatever we want to do. If you supposed to get a license at a DCR, you need to get that license so we can take care of your stores. If you need assistance, you need to get those licenses and come and see me. You need to do what you need to do so I can help you do what you got to do. Because going on top is the only thing I know, because I'm never going to be on the bottom. I'm from WEGcom Production. I do own a production company. I do market. I do all the necessary things to help your business grow. It may be kind of crazy because Whitey is a dope boy from the 80s. But Whitey is what he is. I've been a businessman ever since I was in this game. And I believe that you're supposed to have a house and a business, not a raggedy ass car. You're supposed to have all the things.
I think we believe in the same thing. I'm starting.
We all
A Rolls Royce is just a Rolls Royce. I started driving those when I was 18. And that was in the 70s. But I'm saying now that a Rolls Royce is really for you. Is a house up in the hills. And you can drive a bucket to the house in the hills. And because you'll be owning a house in the hills. And all the time, every time you pay, you're only putting a down payment in the bank for when you retire, because it's going to be yours anyway. So again, here we are talking to each other. And I want both of you guys to understand that I'm looking forward to seeing you guys together, doing great things together. And the Green Believers is not turning their backs on anyone. So if you get an opportunity and you need us, you know where we at.
No, I need you now. We're supposed to get off air. What do you mean? When I need you. I mean, as soon as the interview's over.
Right. So that's what we do. You know, marginalized communities, we want to make sure that we start to unmarginalize the community. So until we all band together, and that's what we're doing here, we're starting the conversation. The conversation has been started. Whitey, like he said, he started 3 years ago. He told me, he said, hey, I'm going to get this podcast started. I'm going to need your help later on with it. The universe makes no mistakes. Corbin came home. My good friend, he calls me Pops. He's like a son to me. Him and Corbin was so tight. Corbin reached out to him as soon as he popped out. Jonathan Longmire. They called him GJ. They called him a lot of things, but he has transitioned to this great man inside Primerica, and he'll sell you some life insurance if you give him half the chance. He got you. But anyway, so he was involved with Corbin. Corbin reached out. Universe makes no mistakes. Here we are. And it's going to be millions of followers following us after this show. I know it is. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. It's going to be millions of viewers. Corbin has been on CBS. He's been on CNN. They're waiting to do his Netflix special. You know what I mean?
Smoke documentary on BET.
Smoke documentary on BET.
I just did Vanity Fair last week.
Vanity Fair. So he's got plenty of followers already. Whitey's already had this instituted. He's got followers. Whitey Enterprise. I've been blasting it out on my social media all week. Jonathan has been blasting it out. Ant has been blasting it out all week. Corbin's main guy. You know what I mean? So we have been really promoting these moments, and the conversation has started.
So my brothers and sisters, I got to say this now because I got to get off of air. I thank all of you guys for coming. Corvain, Chauncey, Tommy, it's been my pleasure, my honor, and I can't wait to get you guys back. So you guys can
Go get American Prisoner on Amazon now.
no doubt,
Go
man.
get it
American
now.
Prisoner.
Go get American Prisoner.
And go to 40tons.co and then check us out on Up. And go on the internet and check us both out and see everything that we're doing, man. Check us out.
And goverde.com, goverde.com.
Green Believers signing off. We thank you. We will see you next Wednesday, same time. We will be talking to the young lady from Whitney Houston movie. Her name is Tiffany Dixon, along with my boy John Boy talking about the rolling 80s. Tune in, hear something new. This Whitey's checking out. Have a nice one.
Yes, sir.